Hey, what's going on? This is Eric Benét, and you are watching We Sound Crazy.
I got to ask you.
Please.
Top 5 duets of all time.
Woo!
That's one of my favorites, but I want to ask Eric Benét in the spirit of duets.
Good Lord. Man, I don't know if let's see, top 5. Okay, I'm going to do them off the top of my head. I'm going to do them off the... Y'all going to laugh at one. Y'all going to laugh at one, but I don't know. I just get so happy probably... In no particular order.
Okay.
In no particular order. I just go, because it goes back to my youth, my childhood. I remember the first time I heard this song. Y'all gonna laugh at me.
We sound crazy.
So we already getting into it. Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy. Your boy Billionaire is in the building.
Claude Kelly is in the building.
What's up? Chuck Harmony is in the building. What's going on, guys?
We got a special guest.
A special one, man.
R&B king is here.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Singer, songwriter, an actor.
Actor, man.
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And he's not related to Lisa Bonet.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Eric Benét is in the building.
Oh, what's up?
Good to have you, bro.
Man, I got some industry elites in here, man.
But that's why this is special, because I feel like we can just talk shop. Because we all know what's up.
I love it.
Yeah, we all know what's up.
I love it. Let's do it.
So first of all, new music is here.
Oh, man.
About time.
Thank you, sir.
We was driving from Nashville this morning, and we popped it in, man.
And you was vibing it?
First song with Shantae Moore. The chord changes on the bridge, bro.
Oh,
yes,
thank
Lord.
you.
Yes, Lord.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah. Really?
It's just, it just feels right.
Mm-hmm. I love that because I wrote that shit.
He's like, that's all me.
Right.
Now, the whole thing is, we'll get into
good.
it, but that song, it's a great way to open, but y'all sound perfect together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It was one of those things with Shantae. It's just, and actually with a few of the young ladies on this project, it's like, we would see each other over the years. And you always run into people and it's like, when we getting in the studio,
Yes.
I know we gonna get in this. So it was just like an opportunity to see that person who you see on stage, like when you see Shantae on stage and the effortless vocals, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get them in there. So yeah.
And them's is some vocals.
Yeah, man, she's crazy. She's crazy because it's like, you know how it is, sometimes you write a song and with that particular song, shout out to my man Randy Amato. We did a lot of the stuff that I wrote. We produced it together. Randy Amato was up. But when you have that idea in your head of what the female vocal will sound like before it actually happens, and then when you finally make the decision of who that is, okay, Shantae's perfect for this. And then you get you have her coming to the studio, and then she puts her own thing on the vocal. You're like, wow, I didn't even think of attacking that vocal like that. That is so dope. But yeah.
So
it's a dream.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a duets album.
Yeah.
Like you're famous for a really famous duet.
A few of them.
Yeah. A few of them.
Yeah.
So is this EP, is that an ode to that, or is this just a new chapter?
Well, the way the thing went down was I started this new label, JBR, and a very, very good friend of mine who is kind of like, our financier and our investor for this thing. I immediately, once I knew that I had the funds to do it, I immediately reached out to my dear friend, Allison Ball. Now,
Shout out to Allison.
Shout out to Allison, who calls your ass I
love Allison. I take her calls every time.
She probably texting you in another 10 minutes. Right. But Allison gave me my first record deal at EMI Capital way back in the day.
Yeah, history.
Yeah, when it was, my sister and I were signed to EMI. And then that, they, as they often do, they kind of sort of put a single out and then they dropped us. And then a couple years later, she signed me to Warner Brothers. And that was how, the Eric Benét solo project. So I immediately reached out to Allison. I'm like, Allison, look, I got this situation. We got a little funding. I want you to run this shit because you know me. I'm creative, but I'm a mess otherwise. Right. So she came in and she was like, you know what, Negro. But she used the other way. She said, you ain't had nothing out in 8 years. Now you kid. For me, it was probably the reason why it took so long is because, you know, my wife and I, we had like 2 new kids in those formative years.
Life happened.
Yeah, life happens, and COVID and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So now she was like, look, it's time to put out an album. I don't think you should just do just a regular Eric Benét project. You got to do something special. And we look back on, wow, I had so much success with these duets. Why don't I try making duets whole project? So that's how it came to be.
Perfect person, perfect time to do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, sir.
I think. I mean, because the thing about it is, all right, the thing about the music business is that it goes through these trends where it isolates what they think is hot.
Yes.
But there's so much about music that always needs to be included.
Right.
Duets being a part of it, musicality, singers singing together.
Right.
All that stuff matters. And if you don't show people, they won't know that it even exists.
Man, you better preach. Yeah. Because it's like, those are the constants that will not change. They may not be at the forefront of what the new hotness is or whatever, but they're always going to be there. And those things are somebody playing for real, somebody singing for real, and some lyrics and some melodies that come from the heart. You know, that's not going to change.
And that's literally what we believe in. So thank you for doing it. Thank you. I love the album.
Thank you so much. It's like, well, I politely want to correct you. It's an EP at this point.
EP. I'm sorry, EP.
Because once we started doing this thing, we were on a roll. I started writing all these songs. Other producers started submitting stuff. And we realized that, whoa, we got so many songs and we don't want to just kick too many of these, out of the running. So we decided we'll do an EP first. Yeah. And then we're going to come out with an album. We're going to continue the duets thing at the top of the year with the album.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Who's the dream duet?
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that.
Good one.
Mr. Phil. Because
Mr. Phil.
Because there's someone who I spoke to when we first started this whole venture of doing a duets project, and I was like, I got to have Shaka on this shit.
I would love that.
Yes. So this what I had did. I reached out. Through the channels of relationships we know, I reached out to Shaka, and I was like, no, I want to talk to her. And so I got her on the phone. I was like, look, Shaka, I am doing this project, and it's not going to be complete until you do a song with me. And it was really interesting. There's a song that I did on my first solo album that is called Chains. It's kind of got, it's got a funky, rocky, some people will call it kind of a Lenny Kravitz with a little funky thing on it. And she was like, if I do a song with you, Eric, I want you to do something like that. I want it to be like just real. And and the lyrics have changed and talking about something real, like find your power and don't let life like hold you down. And she was like, I don't want it to be real. I'm like, okay, I got you. So I started like trying to come up with all these songs and all these ideas. And I found myself trying to recreate Chains, which is never a good idea. So I was like, all right, let me think about what she really meant by she wants a song. She wants a song that's saying something that feels like it's from the heart and it's got the roots in what we do as African Americans in music and what we. So I started to think about my parents who came from Mobile, Alabama in the 50s. And you know, took their little family to Milwaukee, and that's where I was born and raised. And I started to just think about, you know, the Black diaspora, like, you know, all of us leaving. A lot of people don't know this. Before 1920, 90% of the African American population in the United States was down south. 90%. Yeah. So between the 20s and the 50s, folks just started moving up north, going to California, going to East Coast. So I just started to ruminate about what must that have been like for my mom and dad, and be like, yo, we're going to leave this we don't even see you as human racism to moving up to the north where okay, you still not really totally human, but we'll give you a job racism.
Big city racism.
Right, big city racism. Yep. And so I wrote this song called Southern Pride. And I let Shaka hear it, and she loved it. And I am still waiting for her to come to the studio to put her vocals. But that was my dream. It's
in the works.
It's the song is. I can't let everybody else hear, but I'll let y'all hear it. I'll let y'all hear it. I'll let you hear it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So in your writing process, what comes first for you? Is it a concept? Is it a melody? Is it chords?
Great question. Like for me, 9 times out of 10, it's just like all of a sudden I will just hear this hook melody. And one of those hook melodies I can't get out of my head.
Yeah, man.
And then first thing I do is I'm like, am I biting that off something else?
right. But as soon as you're like, this gotta be,
this gotta be
somebody's song.
Like, no, I think that's me.
Yeah.
And then once I get like the melody hook, I try to tune into what the melody is. The melody telegraphs an emotion, right? Yeah. And it's like, okay, what is the emotion in this melody? And then that'll dictate the lyrics, and then I'll be like, all right, let me mess around with that vibe. And then the verse just usually falls in after that.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So, but the melody and the music is the easiest part. It's like the words, I really just gotta that's why I so envy rappers who can just like freestyle, because
and
it's
they freestyle a lot of words.
A lot of words. And it's like, I do that with melodies, but with words, I'm like, damn, I'm looking at a blank sheet of paper for about 20 minutes, right?
It takes time.
It takes a little minute.
It takes time.
So I respect that art.
I mean, I feel like people definitely know you for the vocals and everything, but the songwriting is actually a big part of who you are.
Thank you. Yeah. The songwriting is the work. Well, I should say this. The lyrics are the work. Weaving the lyrics, as I described, where the lyrics really are in sync with the melody, that's work. And then making it sound not contrived, making it as vulnerable and honest as you can. And then after you put it down and listen to it, you got to think, have I already heard this too many times? This sentiment in songs too much? Nah, I put my own spin on it. So
the editing process is the key.
Yes.
You were talking about that earlier. You know when to stop, know when to
that was a good point.
More.
Yes.
I say it's like cooking. It's like you keep going, you're gonna make it, you're gonna add too much salt or too much sugar, and you're gonna ruin the whole dish. So
that's a great analogy.
You gotta know when to stop.
Yep, know when to stop, because you will put too much salt or too much something in it.
Especially if you're a great musician.
Right. Hey.
We sound crazy.
In between, I don't mind if I gotta be the
Something we can make love to from our special guest this week, Eric Benét, and friend to the show, Tamar Braxton.
Tamar B.
Tamar B.
Tamar B.
Dear friend. So first of all, can we all give high praises to Tamar for the vocals on this joint right here?
Always.
Man, listen. So I really got a chance to hang out and know Tamar when we were on tour with Snoop. With Snoop. That's
musical.
great. Yeah.
The what?
Musical he did a few years ago.
He did.
Wait. I missed this whole era.
Right. It was pre-COVID?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. It was right after the gospel album.
Yeah.
A musical?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a musical. Jacarius.
Yep.
Yo, Snoop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Snoop does everything.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, shoot. He's
Sorry, my bad. That's shocking.
No, he's
Go.
probably opening a damn dental office pretty soon.
Snoop teeth.
I know, right? But Redemption of a Dog. Redemption of a Dog. And we just like bonded immediately, and she's just so fun to hang out with, and again, what we said before, it's like, we got to get in the studio. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So it was interesting with this particular song. This song was written and produced. Well, the track was written and produced by Lainey Stewart, and The lyrics and I think the melody too were written by Fetty the Voice and the Dream.
Heavy hitters all around. Heavy hitters.
Yeah, yeah. Man.
So it was tricky. Laney's brother, who was like, I know who we need to get. We need to get Tamar. I was like, that's a dope idea. So from what I understand, it was like 2.5 seconds.
Literally.
She
just, I remember one day she called me, said, Tricky called me, he's got an idea for Eric Benét and I. And next thing I know, the following day, she was like, I just did the vocals, so just heads up, it's coming like in 3 weeks. And, you know.
Oh, by the way.
And
this is how Tamar keeps you on your toes, by the way.
Always.
Yeah.
And there are some female vocals where, for whatever reason, the tone, like the cadence or something, it just feels like it just matches in a duet vibe. Perfect. Like Tamia did that. On Spend My Life, it was just like the way where Tamia's register is and how her cadence is on a melody and on a. I think that same thing happened with me and Tamar on this track. So she's incredible on this.
Y'all should do a couple more together.
She wants to.
From your lips to his appointment book.
Nah, there's just like sometimes you do a song with someone that's good, and there's something where you're like, y'all could tour together.
I was just about to say that. Do the album, do a tour.
Yes.
Do the cookbook.
Do the cookbook.
Do the damn limited Apple TV series.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I would say the TV series because one of the things I love about you is your TikTok account.
Yeah, you'll be going in.
Yo, your TikTok is comedy.
Man, I'll be cut. Wait till you see the one I post today. Oh my God.
Because it's everything from like serious stuff to I'm on the road to like I'm doing some trend or whatever. Like I just saw the one where you were doing like rating your top greatest male singers.
That was hard, man.
And that was hard.
And you know the thing about that, some people people on TikTok know, but sometimes you take your TikTok post and you migrate it to Instagram. Some of the Instagram people didn't know. I don't get to pick those singers. It's like they just throwing them at you, and you gotta like.
But what about Donny Hathaway?
You forgot about Stevie Wonder. I don't never forget about Stevie. I wake up in the morning and think about Stevie Wonder. They didn't give me Stevie Wonder.
But I was watching because I was curious to see what your choices would be.
What'd you think?
I agree with your list, and it was interesting because I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wouldn't say, I don't know if the word is misunderstood, but I feel like I understood a lot more about your taste based off of where you rated people. Freddie Mercury was high up there.
Woo, you got to understand, like Freddie Mercury, man. The way, a lot of people don't know, Freddie Mercury, well, see, I said on that particular thing, I said, I'm not going to rate them by their songwriting and their production, only singing. But it's difficult with somebody like Freddie Mercury because a lot of people don't know, like all that Queen stuff.
Yeah, classical,
he's
operatic.
Yes. So,
yes.
And his particular, the reason I've rated him so high, there's some singers who don't conventionally sing.
Yes.
Right? And like his whole vibrato was a
Mm-hmm.
mixture of operatic with rock and a little R&B.
Yeah.
And so it was like he really created this alchemy of what is that?
Another one was George Michael.
Oh man, George Michael. And it's like, I was glad where George Michael fell on my list because Steve Perry.
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry is like probably my favorite rock vocalist, but I was like, okay, George Michael, you fit right under Steve Perry.
But their catalogs sound like you could sing them.
Always.
I could hear you doing several George Michael songs. Easily. You know what I mean?
I might go in the studio and do one. Shoot.
There's a couple that you could.
We need to talk about that, man.
When you hear your records back, what influence do you hear the most from your voice? Which one are you?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Y'all ask some good ass questions, man, because nobody's ever asked me that. And I think about the answer to that question, and it might surprise some people.
What's the answer?
So I think I hear a combination of these three things. When I try to like compartmentalize me from me and just listen to the vocal, I hear a little bit of Stevie. I hear a little bit more of Bobby Caldwell. Ooh. And I hear sprinklings of Gino Vanelli.
Wow. Sprinklings.
Yeah.
Sprinklings.
I mean, what do you hear?
I hear George Michael. Actually,
Wow.
because when you first came out, it was
That's dope.
less R&B and more alternative.
That's
Agreed.
true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
That's how I hear your records.
Me
out.
too. And that's why I said I stuttered when I said it, but I said misunderstood because I also feel like for Black artists, right, you don't have the diversity of genre that white artists get. Yeah. So they throw everything.
Ain't that the truth?
They throw everyone in the same box without the nuance of there's some grunge here, some rock here, some,
Right.
So I hear the George Michael too.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
100%.
You know what? Some people have told me they hear a lot. They hear Mick Murphy from The System.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. That's what they tell me.
I love The System when they came out.
Yeah.
You know, David Frank McMurphy, Don't Disturb This Groove.
Yeah.
The cover I would love to hear you do for a duets album, actually, and we could talk about who should do it. But
Yeah.
it's a cover though.
Yeah.
I would love to hear you do a version of "Sign Your Name" by Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Hey, that's an idea. Hey,
You would kill that song.
That is a dope. But the
With
thing,
someone who's Bobby Sade-ish with it and make it
yes,
like,
but the thing about it is, me doing that song, just me, it's like, nah, I won't mess. But me doing it as a duet,
That'd be
that's
crazy.
dope.
Yeah.
Yo,
you heard it here first.
Hey, that's
hey,
dope.
you gonna do it?
I'm happy. That's
I'll
my
do
favorite
it.
song. Let's do it.
Y'all gonna produce it,
We
right?
got you. We got you.
I love that.
We sound crazy.
Aretha Franklin and George Michael, one of my favorite duets.
Yes. Yeah.
And speaking of duets, our special guest this week, Eric Benét, Duets EP is available everywhere. I got to ask you,
Please.
top 5 duets of all time. Woo! That's one of my favorites, but I want to ask Eric Benét in the spirit of duets.
Good Lord.
Man, I don't know if let's see, top 5. Okay, I'm gonna do them off the top of my head. I'm gonna do them off the, y'all gonna laugh at one.
Nah.
Y'all gonna laugh at one, but I don't know. I just get so happy, probably in no particular order.
Okay.
In no particular order. I just go, because it goes back to my youth, my childhood. I remember the first time I heard this song. Y'all gonna laugh at me. Elton John and Kiki D.
What you talking about? You talking about
Don't go breaking my
it's a great song.
I love that song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, that's one of those I just get happy when I hear it. Okay, back to Black people. So
I'm an Elton fan.
Yeah.
So probably Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, Where's the Love?
Yep.
Damn. Billy Preston and Sarita Wright, Born Again.
Yes.
Okay.
I know Carole King and James Taylor. You got they did that as do. Wait, am I doing that in my brain? Because I know
No, the record is James Taylor by himself, but you're thinking it because they toured together so much and did it live.
they probably did it live. Okay,
But just them as a pair is a win. Is a win.
And what is that? 3 or 4?
Yeah, that's
Shit, two more.
Two more.
All right, you do one, and then I'll try to think of another.
for me, best duets of all time. Dang.
I know, right? What? Oh, come on, Eric Benét and Tamia, man.
I mean, I thought that was gonna be like
We were waiting.
we were waiting.
I was like, he's not going to
We
include
knew
himself.
you were waiting.
Georgie, Faith Evans, man, come on.
But I'll tell you something. When we were getting ready for this, we were like researching duets, and it's impossible to look up duets and not run into you and Tamia on all the greatest lists.
Yes.
Man, it's interesting how things come to be. Because that particular song was one of those, that was probably one of the only times in my career where I was writing a song and before it was finished, I knew it was going to be a number 1 song. So I had my first solo album came out on Warner Brothers, and it was True to Myself. And I got a little traction, like people, they kind of knew who I was from Femininity and Let's Stay Together.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Warner Brothers, they gave me, they let me go in and do another song. I was like, man, I got to come with it this time. So it was the same thing. I was like, I got to come up with a number 1 joint. And I just heard that melody. And then when I heard that, the way I was hearing it, I was hearing, you know how black people walk into the
church?
Yeah, when they get married, they walk a different way than white people. It's like step, step,
The march.
and I was like, oh, it's a wedding song.
Yeah.
And then I thought about that. I thought of what are you doing for the rest of your life? The old jazz classic. And I was like, ooh, what if I put another spin on that? And then I knew that if I had Tamia, like, first of all, I'm gonna be honest. Let's be completely transparent. I was hoping that maybe there was a chance I could get with Tamia because you know we talk. Come on, man. We talk about 90. What we talk about? We talk about 90.
Yeah, this is early days.
90.
Yeah.
When did you put a move on my heart video? I was like, man,
yes.
Quincy, who in the shit is that? So, but aside from the way she looked, her vocals, obviously. She was a Quincy protege. I was like, those vocals are crazy. So, that was probably the one time in my career where I was writing a song and I was like, this is gonna be number one.
You were right.
You were right.
You
did that shit.
And I stopped. I honestly, I think that's the only time, because the other times I've had number ones, I almost didn't put them on the album. Like, I did a song called "You're the Only One."
Yeah.
Love
that song.
I remember sitting down with my head of radio promotion, like, you know, I was with my cats and we did all these records and I'm letting them hear stuff. And we finished the meeting and we thought we figured out what the single is. And as I was walking out of his office, I was like, you know what? This is one other joint. You probably won't like it, but because I did it for me. Because, it's got that old 70s thing. I was like, probably ain't never going to be no single. I put it on and he was like, can I say whatever I want on this?
Yes.
He's like, nigga, why you let me hear this last, nigga? Ken Wilson. Nigga, this the shit, nigga. Like, and I was like, for real?
It's consistent.
Yeah.
The artists, yourself included, always play their best song last.
Yeah.
And usually don't realize it's the number one
Yeah,
hit.
exactly. And sometimes
I think it's just because you're too close to it when you're making it.
the converse to that, because of our talent and what we do, we might be working on something where we feel like, oh, they go, oh man, when they hear this, oh my God, this good. And then you play it for them, they be like,
Crickets.
yeah, that's cool.
What else you got?
But play that other shit that took you 2 minutes to write.
That's Phil.
Right.
What Tamar said that when that toe stops happening.
Yeah. That one where you wasn't even thinking about it and you was just 2 minutes and you had the whole verse and the chorus. Play that shit again.
Well, Spend My Life With You, bro.
A classic.
I want to know, like, if you had to recast "Spend My Life" with current artists today, who would you? Who would
Like
you
not me and not Tamia?
Yeah, like somebody.
That's a good question because can't nobody sing no more.
Wow, come on, bro.
That's mean.
And listen.
You're mean.
You're mean. Listen. First you, but also people really sleep on Tamia as a vocalist. I think people know, but they don't know. Like, first of all, perfect pitch, crystal clear to this day. I mean, that song is not easy to sing.
It is not. And let's get back to that point right
and
there.
Then, what y'all both doing.
I just thought of somebody.
All right,
Okay.
What if it was Layla and PJ Morton?
Yeah.
I see that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see that.
I'll
Yeah.
take that.
I see that.
I'll take that.
That would be crazy.
I'll take that.
But
They can sing.
Spend My Life is one of those songs, like if I'm auditioning like a background singer, Spend My Life is kind of like, I always say Spend My Life is kind of like the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks everybody thinks they can sing Spend My Life.
Listen.
But then by the time you get to the Rockets' Red Glare, you be like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
So Spend My Life modulates and it's like, and then it goes somewhere else.
Right.
And it's like, so you're right. It is a very deceivingly difficult song.
It takes two masters to do that song. And make it look easy.
Thank you.
And make it look easy.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember how we met?
I do not. I don't be remembering.
I'm gonna tell you. I rarely ask this, but this is the craziest story. It was Barack Obama's second inauguration.
Wow! Were you at that party?
And we were at the party.
Yo, how dope was that party?
crazy.
I tried to say, what was it? Wasn't I just? Oh yeah, I did a post about it.
It was nuts.
It was like, and to this day, I have never been to a dope. I swear to God, man, it's like, I'm on the. First of all, it's the White House, so the food was like incredible. Dance floor packed.
Yes.
I was there with my daughter. I was there with my wife. And then I'm on the dance floor. Dance floor is packed. It's Katy Perry. It's Alicia Keys. Somebody DJ. Usher.
All in there just singing their songs when Swiss calls him up while he's DJing.
Right.
And you're looking around. It's like Barack dancing with Nancy Pelosi.
Right.
And your cousin.
and your cousin.
No, it's the truth. And then Beyonce was. And then they started playing Single Ladies. I'm dancing, singing, and Michelle Obama is right next to me dancing, doing the Single Ladies dance with me and Usher. And
I have photos of me and Barack and Michelle dancing to whatever song was playing, just like mid robot.
Yeah,
it was insane.
I stole a fork from the White House.
I stole a napkin. I was like, as Denzel said, I'm leaving with something.
Okay. I stole a couple documents. When nobody was looking, I went to the Resolute desk.
Crazy party.
Right.
That's how we met.
We sound crazy.
Flies and your lips prolong the session. I just can't seem to say goodbye when I just say hello.
So distracted.
I thought you were going to get to that bridge. Bro.
Right.
That bridge is awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it's good because speaking of bridges, we have a little game we play here.
Okay.
Called Take It to the Bridge.
Okay.
Because we here believe that bridges are special and needed.
Bridges they need to have a strong comeback.
Yeah.
We're bringing them back and we're celebrating them here. So we're going to play a couple of bridges.
Okay.
I think you're going to know these ones because you know music. Sing along.
I hope they're before the year 2000 because I don't know no new shit.
I don't think anything has any bridges anyway, so you good.
Right.
Sing along. We're gonna drop out and let you take it to the bridge.
All right, let's take it to the bridge. Shoot. If I forget the words, y'all just follow.
I got you.
Over and over again, I tried to tell myself that we could never be more than friends, but all the while it wasn't real. The way you make me feel, something like that.
Yeah.
The more you make me see. You got the bass over there. I'm giving you all I got. Your love and your journey. I like when she went up there.
Yeah.
Sweet man, that's a bridge.
I know that's a bridge, boy. That's a bridge.
Let's go to another iconic duet bridge.
All right.
All right. Oh.
Oh man, I know the melody, but I know the first 4 words. Come on. Oh Lord Jesus.
Patty and Jane.
The night can be cold, but it do. Oh yeah. What's the lyrics?
So clearly we don't know any lyrics to songs here.
I like this. When you right there. Oh, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This one's meant to be. And I'm oh so glad I found you. And every day. Let me put that down to Jesus is the only way. Jesus in my life.
Wait. And now we have a gospel duet. Someone called Karen Clark. Right. Someone called Yolanda.
I know, right?
Okay.
Because why would that actually work really well?
I mean, that would work.
Okay.
All right. So before we go, I think we should play a little quick word association.
All right.
So let's do a game of word association. We're going to say a word or a name, and you just say the first phrase or whatever comes to mind first.
All right. Okay. I like it. A little bit of psychology here. You'll get a peek into my psychosis, but let's go.
Neo soul.
Dang, I can't think of shit. Rebranded.
Femininity.
My favorite topic.
Songwriting.
Beautifully challenging.
Tamia.
Perfect duet partner.
Corinne Bailey Ray.
English excellence.
Faith Evans.
Grit, realness, and power.
Touring.
Necessary evil.
Pearls.
Strong masculinity.
I wear them. I wear them.
Right.
Tamar Braxton.
That's my girl. My lover.
Acting.
Surprisingly challenging.
True to myself.
Where it all started.
I have a tattoo to myself right here.
You do?
I mean, it was not. It
Yeah. No.
I was like, wow, you're a fan.
We just got weird.
Super weird. I was like, okay.
And I got your birthday right here.
Make some noise, Eric Benét, World Association.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
You're awesome. I was like, that got weird.
Now, after I got my first hit record, I was like, I never want to change. So I got that to remind myself. It was some dumb shit I got when I was young. I didn't.
No, it's not dumb.
No, I mean,
No,
now
that's
back,
dope.
I was like, yo, just don't change. And every now I look at it like, oh yeah, I'm still me.
That's super dope. I like that.
So synergy.
Absolutely.
Eric Benét duets, EP streaming everywhere music is consumed.
Yes.
Get
Apple,
it.
Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, wherever you go.
Yeah.
Wherever
All
you go.
Wherever you
All
go.
that.
You got to come back to the show because we're scratching the surface.
That's just what I was thinking. I was like, yo, we had too much fun. We got to do this again for real.
For the
Scratching the
LP.
surface.
We'll have you back for the LP.
Oh, please.
LP.
Yeah, at the top of the year. Well, I'll have a lot more stories.
And we should figure out how to get you and Tamar here at We Sound Crazy Live to sing the song.
Yes, you should.
On the show.
But I also love, we got to figure out who that is. Terrence Trent D'Arby idea.
That's
is
it.
dope.
We're brainstorming that immediately.
That's dope.
Because
That's dope.
Because that song needs to be reminded to the public.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How dope it is.
Such a great song.
100%.
We're on it. We got you. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com.
And shout out to our partners at Visit Music City. Thank you so much for your support.
When we end the episode, we allow our special guest, which is you, to choose the song that takes us out of this conversation, whatever you feel fits the vibe. So curate this experience.
Well,
for
let's
us.
see. Of course, I'm going to pick one of my joints.
Yes.
As you should.
How about I pick a song that a lot of people ain't that familiar with, but when sometimes you go back and you listen to your stuff and it just feels good.
All the time.
A song I did called Trippin'.
Tripping.
Yeah,
Close it out.
Yeah.
Let's put them on to something they might have forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric Benét's Trippin' as we go out.
Absolutely. Until next week, y'all, We Sound Crazy. We out of here.
Peace.
Trippin', baby.
We sound crazy.